that is typical Duke. Very at home in a tree. I said no claws. Right, good morning everyone. Wow, from a cold and windy South Africa, I'm going to be doing another installment of Meet the Characters, this time the two black leopards, Duke and Kahn. Very different characters. I'm going to start in the camp with Duke and Kahn, just explain a little bit about them, more about Duke, and then I'm going to take Kahn out on an enrichment walk. All right, everyone is very lively today. This weather really does energize. It certainly doesn't energize me. I just want to curl up in my bed. Hello, my boy. Always coming to say hello, hey? Wow. Always the more friendly one. Wow! Come. And then Mr. Sneaky Do. What you doing, Mr. Sneaky? And that is old Jukey. So Duke is the smaller of the two. You can see a good size difference now. There's Kahn, there's Duke. He's also the older of the two. They are more or less 13 years of age. Duke is older by about, I think it's almost a year. And yeah, he is a very different personality, guys. So Kahn we'll get to, but Duke, Duke is a lot more, he's a lot more timid, a lot more nervous, but he's a very loving, very loving, friendly cat. But I will say this, a very loving, friendly cat. Look, no claws, but but he doesn't trust. So loving. Stop! I said no claws. But no. Gee whiskers, you get really worked over in this weather. So no, very little on the trust side. So when it comes to wanting to take Duke for an outing or a walk, he simply just doesn't want to go anywhere near the loading vehicle. No! Guys, what I would have done to have gotten shots like this of the black leopard in Laikipia, Giza, was so difficult. Kind of take filming Duke and Kahn for granted. Look at them, they just... No claws, boy. He likes the taste of Craighopper's pants. And so when we want to move these two guys around, it is a tricky thing, and it takes a lot of convincing to get this guy into the loading car. It can take sometimes up to 2 hours, sometimes even longer. So there's a little bit of a distrust going on. I think he doesn't fully trust the intentions of me, and I think it does boil down to the fact that somewhere along the line he had a negative experience in the loading truck, and he just sees that truck not as something positive. He sees that as something that's potentially a little bit nerve-wracking for him. So totally understandable. We are working on it, guys. So a lot of people go, well, you know, will it always be like that? The answer is, look, at more or less 13 years of age, he is pretty set in his ways. The black leopard doesn't change its spots, but we have seen in the past, certainly with other animals, that there can be a warming up to you know, the loading vehicle if just the things are introduced slowly. So the first thing would be to get him to go, to get into the vehicle, and then just allow him to jump out. So you know, we've been trying to do that, by the way. So you'll park the vehicle, you'll allow him to jump in on his own steam, and then just, you know, circulate within the vehicle, smell it, sniff it, give him some food, reward him positively, and then let him jump out, and then leave it at that. Leave it for a few days, come back, try it again, because there might be something in him that goes cling, this isn't such a bad thing, and that previous experience wasn't the norm, and that would make life here so much easier, because we would be able to swap the leopards far more frequently than we do at the moment because of him, that naughty cat. But they do have a very nice enclosure. So this camp is one of my favorite camps. If you look at it, it's just full of trees and thickets and bush and scrub, and it's really, really nice. You can get lost in here. Typical Duke behavior. It's not food, big boy. So leopards, when the weather gets like this, they get extremely energetic, and they like elastic bands, and these guys can literally fly. Ta 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 ta. Naughty thing. He is a sweetheart. That is typical Duke. Kahn. Kahn will just approach, but Duke will hide. So he's a sneaky little cat. A little face sticking out there. That long colobus monkey tail. Very distinctively a leopard. People always ask, how do you know that this is a leopard? Well, one of the things is the tail, dead giveaway compared to a jaguar. Jaguar's got a short stubby tail, and then just how thick set the animal is. And then just the robustness of the head. Jaguar's got a much more solid head with looks like there's not enough space to keep all its teeth, especially its canines, And then obviously the real telltale is the rosettes. Now in a black leopard it's slightly different, it's slightly harder to tell. The same thing with a black jaguar. But it's the patterning, the size of the rosette, the patterning, and the dots within the circle. So if you can get a view of the rosettes on a black jaguar or a black leopard, you'll notice that the jaguar has much bigger rosettes. The rosette pattern is bigger. On leopards it's smaller, but the real telltale sign is the dot within the rosettes. So a jaguar will have dots, whereas a leopard won't. Now if you look at a normal colored leopard and jaguar, you'll see it quite clearly, and that's the easiest way really to distinguish. But on a black cat, a melanistic cat, it's not that easy. But if you look at the face and you look at the tail and you look at the actual stature of the animal, you can see that animal very sleek, long tail, small head in the tree. Very at home in a tree. That's the other thing about a leopard, is a tree is nothing for them. They are so at ease in a tree. He's probably going to jump on me. Whereas a jaguar does not feel at home in a tree. Chat! Wants my camera. And that is Duke. All right guys, so watch how quickly this happens. Ready? 2, 3. Oh boy. Off you go, my boy. Thanks for watching guys. Until next time, from me, Kevin, Duke and Kahn. Bye.